So, if we're the creators of our world, what do we do when we are the ones holding ourselves back from what we want in life? I know firsthand how infuriating it is to want something so bad, but you have mental blocks like doubt, fear, and hopelessness that are holding you back from attracting it. I want you to watch this video to learn how to go from stuck to effortlessly attracting. I'm Dr. Tiffany Shelton Mariol. I'm the manifesting psychologist and owner of Conscious Life Shop. I was a broke, burned out hustler searching for love in all the wrong places until I learned how to use manifestation techniques to attract my dream life, and I want to help you do the same. So please subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell so you don't miss when I post any of my videos every Thursday. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to overcome that resistance and holding patterns that are blocking your manifestations from becoming a reality. If you believe that you are stuck, I want you to know that you do have the power to change the trajectory of what you're manifesting and get rid of any blocks that are holding you back. I had a client that was trying to manifest love for so long, and when we started working together, she was able to implement the practical techniques I teach to overcome resistance and manifest love with lightning speed. It was scary fast. So I know firsthand that it's possible. And first, let me start with a brief explanation of what exactly is resistance, what are holding patterns, and what are manifestation blocks. These are all things that affect our vibration, which is our point of attraction. So they're very important to get rid of and figure out what's going on. They stop the flow of abundance and keep us stuck. So resistance refers to the negative emotions we feel when we are stuck. These are direct signals from our inner spirit that we're not in the flow of abundance. Things like self-doubt, fear, anger, worry, stress, hopelessness. Now, holding patterns refers to when we get in this cycle of feeling resistance without returning to a higher vibration. Think of depression, overwhelming anxiety, or perpetual hopelessness. It's being in a cycle of persistent negative emotions, thoughts, and behaviors. Now, manifestation blocks can be all of the above, plus the underlying mechanisms at play underneath resistance, like limiting beliefs and negative reactions to triggering life events. Okay, so now that you know what is resistance, what are holding patterns and manifestation blocks, let's jump right in. Be sure to grab a pen and paper because I'm dropping some real value gems in this video and I don't want you to miss out. And if you don't want to write, take notes, and you want to just check out the blog for this video, I will link it in the description below. Okay, so my first tip is to be mindful of your emotions. My Dream Life Academy students know I stress this all the time, but the first step in all of this is to be aware of how you feel. If you're not in touch with your emotions, you will be completely powerless in overcoming resistance. So, if you struggle with emotional awareness like a lot of people do, start off slowly with paying attention to body sensations first. Then when you tune into any body sensations you may notice the emotions that come with them. So when you feel anything like a headache or upset stomach or muscle tension or fatigue or exhaustion, then that's a sign to let you tap into your emotions. My Dream Life Academy students know I stress the importance of expanding your emotional vocabulary as well, so your brain can more easily identify your emotional experience. So that's tip one, is to be mindful of your emotions, and that's going to empower you. My second tip is to get off the subject. Abraham Hicks describes this second tool as getting off the subject. They say, do not only focus on getting rid of resistance, but decide on a new subject, which should be happiness. They say, focus on you feeling happy now, not the manifestation you think is the route to happiness. So what does this mean? Shift your perspective and energy to your vibration, not on what you're trying to manifest. As I constantly tell my Dream Life Academy students, you do not need your manifestation to be happy. In fact, you need to be happy to attract your manifestation. So, which is why it's so important for me to teach them practical tools on how to vibrate high every day. Because one of the keys to vibrating high is to come from a place of flow and not forcing. And you don't want to use this technique if you're trying to force your dreams to come true. If you're not sure what that means, here's some examples of manic forcing. You are attached to the outcome. You find it hard to surrender your dream to the universe. You're maybe obsessed with the how and the when of your dream coming true. And you're doing all the things, burning yourself out to try to control the manifestation process. If this is you, I want you to be sure to check out my free guide called Forcing to Flowing to learn how to let go, flow with your abundance, and detach from the outcome. This guide is linked in the description below, and it's going to also come with a workbook that you can use to apply what you learn in the guide. So the beautiful thing about our brains is this thing called selective attention, which means we have the power to choose what we focus on. And the fastest way to overcome resistance is to shift your perspective to focus on ways you can vibrate high, even if you have to take a little bit of that resistance with you at first. If this is making sense to you, I know it's a lot of information, write manifesting in the comments below, or if you have questions, write those in the comments below. I always get back to my questions and my comments. Sorry guys, my camera died yesterday. It's the next day, so I had some life stuff, mom stuff come up after my camera died, so I just decided to try it again today. That's why I'm dressed differently. It's the next day, but we'll keep it moving. So my third tip is to be more general. This tip may go against what you've been told before about manifestation, but it's very powerful. It's also great for if you feel stuck in a holding pattern or negative emotions such as depression. So let's say you're trying to change the subject to vibrating high, but you're in this holding pattern of experiencing overwhelming hopelessness. And it's hard for you to detach from what you want. If you're going to be on the subject of what you want, make sure you're only as specific as it feels good to think about what you want. Otherwise, I want you to be more general until you get into a better vibrational space to be more specific. So for example, if you're trying to manifest love and you feel lonely and sad, but it's hard for you to just let go of that desire to find love and focus on your vibration, try being a little bit more general about your intention to find love. If that makes sense, I want you to let go a little bit, not think of it so specifically. Find ways to want it more generally and let it flow naturally. The more general you can be, the less resistance, aka loneliness, sadness, or hopelessness you will feel. And the less you feel bad resistance, the more the law of attraction will pick up speed to help you feel better and better, and eventually allow you to feel better about being more specific. So, for a life example for me, last year I was going through postpartum depression. And when it came to setting my yearly goals, I knew that I was in a holding pattern of negative thinking, and it didn't feel exciting to think about specific goals. So I went super general and just stated that I wanted to manifest joy in 2020. That's it. Being that journal gave me freedom that allowed me the year to unfold in a magical way. I felt less pressure than trying to manifest these larger than life specific goals. And as I focused on just the general goal of joy, I started to feel better and things started happening for me. As the year went on, I was able to be more specific and attract more than I ever intentionally dreamed of, like another book deal and another pregnancy. So that's my third tip is if you are going to focus on the subject, make sure you're only as specific as good. My fourth tip is called a praise report technique. Finally, I want you to give you a quick practical tool that you can use when you're feeling particularly triggered by a manifestation block such as a limiting thought or belief. I call it the praise report technique, where you look back on your life at the manifestations you have already accomplished and milk the appreciation that you feel about them to overcome resistance. So let's say you're trying to manifest a baby and you get some bad news that another transfer didn't work, and you notice the resistance of sadness, which is understandable, and you become mindful of the limiting belief that's underneath that sadness, such as a limiting belief as nothing ever works out in my favor. In that moment, you would use this praise report technique to help you overcome that resistance and vibrate just a little bit higher. You would think back on the times that in your life that things did work out for you in your favor, and you would allow yourself to feel that same appreciation, that same joy that you felt then, right now in the present moment. And in doing so, you'll start to train your brain to expand its awareness and keep faith that your dream is possible. So, those are my quick tips for overcoming resistance and manifestation blocks and holding patterns in your life. But wait, if you want to take a deeper dive into my exact formula for manifestation that goes a bit further into specific techniques to overcoming things like limiting beliefs and resistance, be sure to join my free masterclass where I'm giving away all for free my exact roadmap to manifestation. It's called Wishing to Attracting. In this roadmap, I give you what I use to manifest my husband, my baby, a profitable business, and I hope to see you there. So click the link in the description to register or just go to wishingtoattracting.com/masterclass. And to end this video on a fun note, here's a little random fact about me. I absolutely love Tex-Mex food. So in the in the comments below, let me know what kind of food you like the best. What's your favorite food so we can get to know each other better. If you like this video, please hit the thumbs up button and please subscribe to my channel. Also, find me on Instagram. I am very active there. If you have any manifestation questions, just DM me. It's at _Tiffany Shelton. And until next time, namaste.